gentlemen, it's the time of the night. Once again, take flight. Back cold. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday Night Pre-Flight, episode 123. As part of the usual, I am Cobble S. Cobble. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome you all back to another episode of Pre-Flight here on the FSCW network. We have an entire interesting show for you. Well, last week we had the ladies taking center stage. Now we have the tag teams taking the center stage. And the winners get to move on and knock their spot inside the ladder match for the tag titles, among other things. And if they fail, they get access to the pre-flight, the free pass championship match. So we're going to start up this evening with Royal Rumble Fallout is going to have Marsh taking on Haas. And we saw last week, Haas dominated Marsh. Made it look too fucking easy. So Marsh is hoping to come back and bounce back today. But we have to wait and see how it's gonna function. Because among other things, he's got Haas coming off a big win last week. So it'll be interesting to see how Marsh rebounds. And Haas is in the driver's seat regardless at the said moment. So it's going to be interesting to see if Haas can keep his foot on the gas and keep going, or will he run out of fuel and Marsh is going to take the advantage. We only have one way to find that out. But Haas hit that fucking Uranagi from fuck hell. And had Marsh high in the fucking air and just drove his ass into the ground. So it's gonna be, it looked like he just committed murder after the match, with way hot Marsh's body is flat. But like I said, we have a full show for you once again. The tag team titles will take the stage.
As the bell rings, remember that there's no guarantee.
Marsh is going to open up the wrist lock. Marsh is going to drop the elbow to the throat. He's going to try and get on Haas early, because that would be the smart play. But the longer this match goes, the more gas Marsh is going to have to spend to get there, because Haas can take it nice and slow. As Haas counters he's going to eat a shoulder block. Kick to the midsection, right hands for the waist lock. Standing switch. Haas throws Marsh into the corner. Big goes for shoulder throws, but Marsh is there to telegraph it. And oh, same thing. Turnabout is fair play, and god damn, Haas driving that thigh right into the face of Marsh. Haas going to the air, but Marsh is going to counter it with a Manhattan drop. Marsh going to duck under the waist lock. The sleeper slam. And Marsh gonna drop the elbows on the shoulders of Haas. And Marsh is gonna try and take the advantage while Haas is down. But Haas is gonna come out with a big back body drop. Double axe handle. Kicks to the midsection, goes to the headlock. Haas gonna throw Marsh into the corner. And Marsh is gonna fight his way out of it. And goes for a clothesline. Haas telegraphed it. Felt it coming, ducked. As Marsh gets a headlock, and Marsh is gonna hit that high knee, which Haas did not see coming that time. He's going for that single leg Boston Crab. And Haas gets to the ropes in time. Marsh goes to the headlock. Elbow to the face. Comes out of the right hands, and Marsh has got Haas up on the ropes, but Haas is going to counter it with a belly to back suplex. Double axe handle. Haas goes to the waistlock. Russian leg sweep. Another double axe handle. Marsh is going to duck it there, and Haas is going to catch him with a big boot, hits the uppercut. Haas goes to the wrist lock. Headbutts. Nobody wins. Haas comes back with those ham hock shots. Haas goes back to the headlock, and Marsh is going to counter again to the Manhattan. I'm sorry, the atomic drop. And Marsh is going to counter to the hammerlock and push Haas away. They're going to hit the clothesline finally. Marsh goes to the cover. One. Haas is going to kick out at one. Marsh go to the waistlock. Standing switch. Marsh is going to throw Haas into the corner. He's going to get that shoulder thrust off. But Haas is going to come back and throw Marsh into the opposite corner. And Haas is going to get his shoulder thrust out. But Marsh is going to turn the tables on him. Another shoulder thrust to the midsection. Marsh is going to put Haas in the corner. We know what's coming here. The springboard German suplex. And Marsh barely gets that off because Haas is not a light man. Marsh, Haas is going to counter it into a single arm DDT. Haas going to hit the avalanche splash. Haas goes for the cover. One. Marsh is going to kick out at one. They're going to lock up. Big right hand. Marsh is going to counter it. They're going to stalemate. Marsh is going to grab Haas and going to dump Haas over the top rope. And Haas is going to say kick to the midsection, and Marsh is going to throw Haas over the steps. That's going to be unpleasant. Marsh goes for the cover, and Haas is going to kick out. Marsh going to throw him over the steps yet again. Haas is face down. Probably gave him too much time, and sure enough it was. Because Haas is going to come back with that shoulder block and turn Marsh inside out. But Haas is going to go over that pendulum backbreaker. Haas picks up Marsh. And right back to that backbreaker. Haas is going to pick him up and go right back, just beating the daylights out of that back. And Haas going to hit the power slam on the ramp. Here's the cover. Marsh is going to kick out. Both these guys not looking too good after all those shots. Marsh is come back with hands to the face. Haas is going to grab him. But Haas is going to win into the wrist lock and there was a big clothesline. Haas is going to pick up Marsh and oh god, WMOD knocking Marsh right the fuck out. Marsh is a bloody mess. Haas goes for the cover. Refs opposition 1, 2, 3. Haas beats Marsh once again with that fist of the mighty. So Haas gonna do it again. And Marsh has left a bloody mess on the outside. But we've seen this too many times. They win the first two matches, but then they don't show up for the third, and our cameras are heading to the back right now. And oh, see who it is. Oh, it's 13 with the FSCW TV title. He won that as we closed the show out last night. So now his back is the one that will be targeted. So next up will be our first tag team qualifying match. And the winner will get a spot in the tag team titles ladder match. It's a little bit different setup this time, as I said earlier, that the team that advances has to choose one of its members to join the ladder match. And that individual will win both belts if he's able to pull it down. So, should be some interesting team-ups. Putting shine right back onto the tag team division. And that's why I think 13 decided to go after the TV title belt. And so far, in regards to the TV title belt, it has exchanged hands 3 times already. And it's only been in place for 2 weeks now. And this was one of the most recent tag team champion, the TV title champion, was Mike. And 13 took it from him. Mike was able to defend it after he beat Tony for it on the first inaugural match of it, and then had to defend it into a triple threat later that evening and walked away with it. And he got popped by 13, and 13 took the advantage. So we have the nerdy ones taking on the FSCW University Elite. The University Elite. Gesundheit. And here comes Chewy. Comes Frankie, aka Chloe. The other half of the nerdy ones. Taking on the Universal Elite. They're going to take on the University Elite, the FSCW Elite. A graduate. From the FSCW University. All-American, Johnny and James. They're an All-American. They were wrestling in college and in high school. They know their shit. They can put you in a submission home 15 ways from Sunday. And I would say the more power of the two, James is coming down as we speak. James Strider. He is the more stronger of the two. He's the power wrestler of the two. Johnny's more of the tactician, and James is more of the power slash air offense. He has no problem going up to the high rate district. Johnny will submit you, James will beat you. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The winner gets their spot in there, and it's a tornado tag team style. You have a little bit of an interesting mix-up, a little change-up. As Johnny gets on Frankie, hits a European uppercut, but Mike is going to pendulum gutbuster James. And Mike's going to slam down. They're both going to slam down. Like each one of the other side has one of the advantages. As no team has the side advantage, but one of each team, as he is a running neck breaker. Mike puts James in the headlock. James in a counter. Mike's going to counter to the waist lock. As Frankie goes to the wrist lock, both waist locks in. And what a move there. And from James, just going to go right after Mike. Frankie is going to get tied up in a wrist lock. Johnny's going to do that with a beautiful power slam as Mike hits a giant elbow on James. Johnny goes to the headlock, switched over to the waist lock. Frankie's going to drop down, get out of it as James is going to get the headlock on. Frankie's putting Johnny up top, but Johnny's going to say, how about no? And he hit there, but Frankie's going to counter into a power slam as Mike hits the field breaker. Johnny goes to the waist lock and hits the overcastle. James gets thrown in the ring and walks into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Johnny, big European uppercut. Jumping elbow drop. James all over Mike here. James going to go with a headlock. Dragon screw takedown. Goes for a flipping senton. Nobody home. Mike gets out of the hole from James. Standing switch, and Mike's going to put James in the moose knuckle as Frankie is on the receiving end of another power slam. And James is going to power out of it, and Johnny's going to tear down our announce table. And Frankie's going to take the advantage and hits the tilt-a-whirl wrist lock. And Frankie is put on the table. Johnny's got Frankie. Johnny is going to hit the DDT on Frankie as Mike eats the corner post. Mike goes to the waist lock. And oh God, German suplex on the table as well. Johnny goes for the cover. The ref's way out of position. Mike goes for the cover. Ref's out of position. There, Mike and Johnny going to go at it. Johnny elbow to the face of there. Johnny's got Frankie into a headlock. And Johnny gonna scoop slam Frankie. Mike is gonna get a pullback leg lariat from Johnny. Frankie's gonna hit a shoulder block. Mike and them both jump for the, had the same idea, goes for a German suplex and their double missile drop kick. And James put Mike's in the Fujiwara armbar. Frankie's gonna throw James there, and Mikey, he's gonna get the Famouser off. Hits the Famouser. The Famasser. Johnny's gonna eat a pull. Mike goes for the cover. 2, and James is gonna kick out at 1. Johnny gets thrown back into the ring. Mike goes to the waist lock. Russian leg sweep. Big block there from Frankie. Frankie doesn't look too good in shape. They're going to take the advantage and switch partners. And Frankie's going to hit the spike DDT. Frankie goes for the cover. 1. James is going to kick out at 1. Mike's going to stomp on the back of Johnny. Snapmare takedown facebuster. Elbows to the shoulders. Just non-stop flying action here this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Frankie's going to catch Johnny, and he's going to put him into the bowcaster. Hits the bowcaster. That might be it. Frankie goes to the cover, 2, and oh, Johnny's there to break it up just in the nick of time. Frankie kicks to the midsection. Oh, schoolboy roll-up. 1. Oh, Frankie's going to kick out of it as Mikey hits a headbutt. Eats an elbow drop. James goes a headlock. Mikey swoops the legs out. Beautiful belly-to-back suplex there from Johnny on Frankie. Mikey gonna hit the fall-away slam. Frankie's Jamie to the midsection. Mikey goes for the moose knuckle. And oh, god damn! Package pile driver? Frankie pulls that one out of nowhere. Mikey has got Johnny tied up. He's got nowhere to go. And Mikey is going to make him tap out. Frankie goes for the cover, but it's not enough. Someone got knocked out. I think Johnny got knocked out. While James is struggling to get to the ropes. Yeah, it was. Johnny got knocked out from the package pile driver. Frankie and Mikey move on. And our cameras are going to the back again. Well, actually, our cameras are going to the ring because Haas is coming out. Once again, I'm not sure if he's going to try and challenge 13. But, oh wait, it's tag team partner Foster. So, this might explode because the last time we saw these two, they literally beat the hell out of each other. You good? Yeah, I good. Let's get this shit done. And looks like Haas and Foster are back on the same page. So, because last time they were on each other's fucking throats because they lost their chance, but apparently they're on the same page now. So that's some interesting news. So that's going to be a team to be reckoned with. And apparently they're going to be back in action later on this evening. So looks like Haas is going to be pulling double duty. So that's going to be interesting. But next we have our next qualifier match. Pinning KIRK, ISHANTI, and the Sumo Scheiderman versus a mystery Marcus and a mystery opponent. And we saw that KIRK and ISHANTI, KIRK and Sumo Scheiderman kind of were getting back into there. They were both away from a time, and they tried to get into the qualifier matches, but when they took on 13 and the Guardian, it didn't end up too well for them. But they're looking to rectify that situation with this new qualifier match. And we have Sumo Scheider making his return to the FSCW. So it'll be interesting how to see this goes on. As Sumo Scheider makes his way down to the ring. So we know Marcus is in there and he has a mystery partner. There's been speculation, and it's been on record, the only tag team partner as of late that we know about since last year was him and Stroll, the Battle Cleric. But they had a loser leaves town match prior, and Marcus won that. So it's going to be interesting to see, but that was almost a year and a half ago. So it'll be interesting to see whose Marcus' opponent is going to be. But we'll have to wait and see, but not too much longer. Wait, what the fuck? Wait! That's 001. That's the manager for the Guardians. That is Unlucky's manager, 001. Hold on a second. I'm being told that 13 and the Guardian have decided they do not require the services of 001 anymore. So I guess he got right into it right away. So he's going to team up with Marcus. So it should be very interesting to see. He hasn't changed his ring gear yet, but that's some shocking news there, ladies and gentlemen. They got rid of their manager. And beautiful opens up with a missile dropkick into a DDT right out the gate. The Apostle's going after KIRK, and the Sumo's got his hands on Marcus. Dropping the elbow, up on the face, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.